Go for it.
Okay, hi, I'm Tyler Hunt, and I'm going to be talking to you guys today about something that's really important to me, and that's the importance of music in our world. So music is a really important part of my life. As I told you in my last speech, I've been playing guitar for 10 years and piano for about 3 or 4. Not everyone appreciates music like others do, but I think at some point or another, at least everyone, or mostly everyone, attempts to pick up some instrument and learn to play it. And for some, music is their greatest form of expression, and for others, it's just a hobby. And for me, it's kind of in between. It's not my whole life, but it is pretty fun. And music is powerful because of the emotions it instills in us. Bob Marley once said that one good thing about music, when it hits, you feel no pain. Rather, when music hits us, it's like a wave of emotions. Music has always been an artistic form of expression. And there's no recorded date to the beginning of music, but there is records of some of the oldest instruments, like the ancestors of the guitar, the lyre, those kind of things, which are over 4,000 years old. And music kind of originated with instrumental music and drums and flutes, those kind of things. And eventually, pianos were invented, then horns and brass instruments. And when you put them all together, you get an orchestra, which creates classical music. Which classical music is one of the first big-time genres of music. And classical music is extremely important because there's no words to embody the emotions that we feel. It's just the raw instruments coming together in smooth rhythms or loud clashes, and it just really makes us feel something different than just hearing words and processing them. And classical music is all about analyzing the world around us and finding a nonverbal way to express it, our feelings and emotions and all that. Eventually, classical music evolved into jazz music and soul and blues, which is some of the most emotional music in history. And that eventually turned into rock and roll, in country music basically, but also rap music and electronic and dubstep and all those are really just notable based on their popularity and the importance in understanding the cultures that they come from. So the culture that influences the music is really important in understanding the music, in understanding those people's lives and what their lives are all about and their culture. And bagpipes make us think of Irish music, flamenco guitar makes us think of Spanish music, and usually they tend to stick to, stereotypically, one kind of genre for a while. And what these styles symbolize for their individual cultures is really important because it sends a personal message about them. So the messages in music is the most important part overall because it's all about understanding, like I said, cultures and where it comes from. A lot of certain genres get a bad reputation from their stereotypes, rock and rap are associated with drugs and money and sex and those kind of things. Dubstep is often associated with going to raves and doing hardcore hallucinogens. And acoustic music is always associated with depressing relationship issues and campfire songs. But it's the artist's own decision to put out that message and convey their own personal life, which is important because everyone lives differently. To some, drugs are really important, like Wiz Khalifa. So it's that kind of stuff. A lot of bands put out a very political message, Rage Against the Machine is very obvious about their political messages. Whereas some are more subtle and off stage, you get more of that from them. And unfortunately, a lot of times, people will become so strongly attached with music or a certain band that they really associate, or they find that band or artist can really do no wrong. And unfortunately, that puts the band or artist in a really powerful position in a way to convey just not positive influences and messages. So musical communication, although it can be bad, is mostly used for sharing ideas, emotions, and the feelings through the music. music knows no boundaries, whether it's linguistic or geographical. Like, everyone understands it the same in a way. And at the very least, it gives us common ground to build relationships on, because that can be the first thing that someone might recognize while you're in their culture, that kind of thing. And as music continues to evolve into new genres and styles, it will help people later on in the world understand what our cultures and genres and styles came from, and and the importance of them to us. And that's it. So I hope you guys understood something and got something out of this, and understand why music is so important to me and the rest of the world. And my citations were Bob Marley's song Trench Town, and A Brief History of Guitar by Paul Guy, which is the website.
All right. Alrighty.